Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Incredible. Tasty, tasty. Incredible. Tasty, tasty. Incredible. 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 Tasty, tasty. Incredible. Incredible.
Hey guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I hope you're having a great Sunday. First things first, I think we got Ball Boy was first on stream, so glad to have the stream back. I hope my trip was nice. I'll talk about that in just a minute. Thank you so much for asking. I'm out of breath because I've just run up the stairs and sprinted up the stairs. I forgot some parts for the build today, so I had to go rush and grab them.
Incredible.
What else has been happening? Jelly Master, thank you for the 2 years of subs. Thank you so much for that, dude. I really appreciate that. 2 years. Wow. Happy Prototypist birthday. Ball Boy subscribed for 13 months as well. Thank you so much for that. Sticky subscribed for 17 months because says good evening, Jay in chat. There's Perlin Merlin subscribing as well, but I can't see that in chat yet. I haven't got to it yet. Moons of Empire subscribed for 12 months and says PT baby. It's PT anniversary. It's your PT birthday, not your baby, Moons of Empire. But congratulations.
Tasty.
Chartered Music, thank you so much for 4 months of subs as well. Void Media, thank you for 20 months too. Says hope you had a lovely vacation. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But yes, I did have a great time away. What else has been happening? Jenga, thank you so much for 11 months of subs. I really appreciate that. Well, Alex Raid, thank you so much, Alex Otos, for the raid. I hope you're doing well, man. I missed your stream completely today, which is unusual for me. I apologize for that. Being the first day back on stream, I had a ton of stuff to reset up, so I apologize. But welcome everyone from Alex Otos' stream. We're going to have an interesting build today of a board that hasn't really been seen out there much in the past, and also some exclusive discounts for chat on the website prototypist.net. 3 for 2 on keycaps. If you put ! discount into chat, it will tell you the details for that. So take a look at that if you're interested. We got a raid for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jay, wake up. I'm here. Apologies. I was making coffee downstairs and grabbing bits for the build that I needed. I'm just going to kick off my shoes as well. There we go. That's better. Shoes are now gone. Okay. Yeah, we're building an islet today. South Park now, but close enough. Wait, what? What? South Park? What? Thank you so much to Say for an 8 months worth of subs. I really appreciate that. Bob says, happy Sunday, folks. Yes, indeed. Happy Sunday. That's a tasty looking latte. Thank you so much. Perlin, 15 months of subs. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Perlin. Fluffy Keeps, thank you so much for the 27 months of chat. That's 3 years, Fluffy. Wow, 3 years. Happy. No, it's not 3 years. That's 36 months. It's 2.5 years. It's 3 PT babies is what I was trying to say. 3 PT babies. There you go. Thank you so much for that, Fluffy. I appreciate that. Nick Trump's here as well. Hey man, good to see you. Loving the hoodie. Thank you. It is pink. Yes, I have quite a lot of pink hoodies. So thank you for that. Beast of Baghdad redeemed coffee check. Okay, so this is an interesting one. On Monday, we will be launching this coffee, which is our third coffee, our third version of Typist's Brew, and that is Typist's Brew Dark. I actually have a full bag of 500 grams to give away on screen here. It's probably going to be easier to show you here. Look, there you go, Typist's Brew Dark. This is our dark roast, 500 grams of whole beans. We'll be giving away this bag, which was the last of the prototype batch on stream later on today, as well as doing some GMK giveaways towards the end by playing marbles as well. So that's the coffee check that we're drinking today. We are drinking Typist's Brew, and this is the dark version. We've done the standard version, we've done a light version, and now we've done a dark version. And that's this one, which is by far my favorite. Also, check out that latte outright. Your boy's getting better. Slowly but surely I'm getting better at it. Wait, there. Slowly but surely getting better at it. It's taking a while, but I will get there one day. Only just got back from London, made it kind of on time, right? Yes, Robert Moikey, I've literally only just started. Thank you so much for the sub as well. I appreciate that. That drink looks great. Thank you, Rob. Thank you. Discount, there you go. The October is here. Get 3 for 2 on all in-stock key sets just while the stream's live. So as soon as the stream finishes, that discount goes away, and you can get that on all in-stock keycaps with the code STREAMCAPS342. That's the numbers 342. You can see that again by using exclamation mark giveaways.
Tasty.
I'll pin that as well. There you go. It's pinned into the top of chat, and there is a link there too. So if you're interested in picking up some key sets, and we have the widest range of key sets worldwide right now, I think, of GMK certainly. I think only KB Defense comes close to us. So if you're interested in stuff, let me know. SPC hoodie. I do have some SPC hoodies. I'm not wearing one right now. It does have the rocket. It does have the rocket logo on it, but it's at home at the moment. 2 years, 3 months. Yeah, it was the baby things. Our baby's a toddler. Oh, you've got 3 of them. You've got triplets now, Fluffy. That coffee does look fantastic. Thank you so much. You'll be able to buy it on Monday. It's only going to be a limited edition from Monday until Friday, and we're going to do the final ever run of Typist's Brew, standard, light, and dark. So all 3 will be available, but this will be the last ever run for them. This is the final time we're going to be running them. So if you are interested, then please do pick the bags up. They'll be shipped out on the following Monday, so we're going to make the coffee next week. We're going to roast it next week, and then we're going to ship it the following Monday. So all orders during that week, we'll then produce that how much we need, and then we'll ship them out the week after. All on the Monday. So there you go. I could go for a cup right now. Yeah. You had me on dark roast. This is really dark. I'll be honest with you guys. This is not for your average coffee enjoyer. You need to really like a proper dark roast for it. But it is really good. Man, that's good. I'll share all the tasting notes and stuff on Monday. There'll be a big write-up on blog post and stuff like that anyway. And we'll put up some listings and stuff on the website. But yeah, watch out for that on Monday. Instagram that. I will do. Halfway through my Typist Brew Light, enjoying it. You have to get someone to put it in the freezer. The reason why we're stopping doing it through Prototypist is because it is such a big drain on resource. Like, it's so difficult to come up with the coffees, do all the branding for them, do the marketing for them. We're trying to run a keyboard business. It's such a good fun thing to do that I wanted to do it, and it was something that I'm super proud of. I'm actually going to have some of the bags, the actual labels framed, I think, and just put up here in the office just for posterity, just because it's something we've done. But it's just not something we can continue doing for a long-term thing. So, yeah. Can I describe the taste of the dark version? It's rich, it's dark, it's plummy. Like most dark roasts, you're getting that dark, chocolatey kind of vibe through it. It's really dark and plummy is how I would describe it. But more details, Luke, on Monday when I put the product listing up. So, keep ready for it. Stosness, thank you so much for the 30 months of subs. That's crazy. Thank you so much. Island KB might be trying to compete with the number of GMK sets in stock. They're close, but not the same as us. I think we had nearly 100 last time I checked. Hammer Brother, hey man, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Any dark it would be a Jimmy Carr comedy routine. Oof, Mr. Gimp, you are not far from wrong. Sounds like interesting beans to try out. This is my favorite. I like dark coffees. This is my favorite of all the three that we've done by far. But all of them have been great. Light roast weren't really my thing, but I did that because that seemed to be what the community wanted. But yeah, this is my favorite by like a country mile as well. Even Mel really enjoyed this one, and she's not a coffee enjoyer. So it just means that the beans have been roasted longer to make them a dark roast. So the length of time you roast beans for coffee, the longer you roast them, the darker they get. The darker they get, the more you lose the fruity notes, the more you get the rich plummy notes. And that's kind of like the easiest way to describe it. That's a really simplified view of it. There's a lot more going on to it than that. But basically that's kind of the case. So the longer you roast the beans, the darker the roast becomes. The darker the roast is, the more richer the flavors rather than fruity and poppy the flavors. So yeah, what's your go-to dark coffee beans other than your own creation? So I like a lot of dark coffee beans. Dark Arts have done a few that have been really, really good. Historically at the workshop we used to use Jabberwocky from Has Been, but that was because everyone else preferred a lighter roast than me. So swings and roundabouts. Dark roast definitely isn't for me, but I might grab some light. Yeah, this is pretty much exclusively espresso only. It's not going to work for pour over, and it's not really going to work for like a cafetiere type coffee either. You're going to have to be espressoing this to get the best out of it. Is the dark roast ABS or PBT? Let's go for a blend, right? Let's just say it's a blend. I just realized this camera's really, really dark, so I'm just going to fix that. Where's my settings? And then we'll get into some PT news, because lots of stuff's been happening. There we go. That's a little bit better. That'll do. At least you can see what we're doing now when we get to that part of the stream. Yeah, so what's been happening? So for the last 2 weeks I haven't streamed, and the reason for that is because I was on vacation. I went to Cape Verde. I've been back since last Monday, but I went to Cape Verde for just over a week. And it was phenomenal. It was hot, it was bright, it was sunny. You can't tell in the stream lights, but I do have a bit of a tan. And it was just a really, really nice time. It was nice to get away. It was nice to have a break. It was nice to do very little work. I only did, which for me is really good, I did 8 hours of work across the whole week, which is like unheard of. Like the last time we went on vacation, we went to Mauritius, and I think I did something in a week. I think I still did like 40 hours whilst we were there. This time I was really good, and we only did 8. Why is the giveaways not working? Let me fix that. This is what happens when you don't stream for a little while. Let's see if we can fix that. Where's the chat bot gone? Oh, it's just giveaway. I think that might be why. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I've just updated the text, so there you go. That one that just came up there from Rower Shark. That's the one. Jay's giving away a couple of key sets via marbles during the stream. There we go. No, that was the old one. I was overwriting that one. I was typing over the top of that one. The second one is the one that we're going for. We gave away the Matrix 8XV about a month ago. So yeah, Dark Arts of Quality. Love the Wizard's Brew. They've done a few really good ones over the years. Yeah, they're pretty good. Not mess with cold brew. A dark roast does work for a cold brew, yeah, because you're leaving it time to kind of like because you're doing it over a period of time. The beans have got more time to infuse the water with the flavor. So yeah, glad the boss let you take time off. Yeah, well, when you're your own boss, that's kind of how it is. But the holiday was amazing. I mean, Cape Verde is that paradise island. It's the blue sea, it's the blonde sand, it's the fish swimming around you while you wade in the water. It was phenomenal. We did some snorkeling, we saw some turtles, we explored the island, we relaxed by the pool, we ate too much, we drank too much. We had a swim pool, so we had a pool in our room as well, which was nice, so we didn't have to go into like the public areas, because I'm not a fan of spending time with other people, let's be honest. So yeah, it was just genuinely lovely. It was just genuinely really lovely. So yeah, so we stayed at a nice hotel. We stayed at the Riu Palace Hotel in Cape Verde, which is just right on the southern shore. It was like a 2-minute walk to the beach, and the 2 minute, well, it was 2 minutes walk to the sea, and the 2 minutes of that, half of that was crossing the actual beach. It took forever to cross the beach because it was really deep. But yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. Jellymaster's fault is new mod. Jellymaster is new mod, yes. Thank you so much to him for agreeing that. So I hope he's enjoying being mod on stream as well, because he has got mod powers here now as well as on Discord. So yeah, so we did a ton of stuff on holiday. It was really, really nice. We've been back a week now actually, because we got back last Monday. I think we landed at 2 a.m. on Monday morning ish, and we got back into the car about 3 a.m. and then I was in the workshop ready to work for 4 a.m. So I literally dropped my wife off at home, took the cases out of the car, got back in the car and came to work. So yeah, so it was a really long flight, 7 hours I think. So I say really long, it's not that long, but 7 hours flight, like 2 hours waiting in the airport there beforehand. And yeah, I think we were traveling for about 14 hours in total, something like that. Yeah.
Incredible.
So what else do I need to tell you about PT news? Last week, our latest shipment arrived, so we had another container arrive. Mel and I worked really hard on Thursday and Friday. She was off on Friday, actually. So Mel and I worked hard on Thursday for that. And then on Friday, I was in on my own. And we got through pretty much everything we could do last week. We got through all of the mode stuff. We got through a load of the smaller group buys, Wook Stellar keycaps, and there was a few other bits and pieces as well. We got through about 10 or 11 different group buys, which was really good, really impressive. I was pretty stoked with how much work we got through. And that leaves the two biggest group buys to do. So from this shipment, out of something like, I think there was something like 15 different group buys in this shipment, we've only got 2 left to do. And with something like 700 orders, we've done about half of those. So we've got QK 100s to do, which is going to happen on Monday and Tuesday this week. And then towards the end of the week and across next week, we're going to do the Zoom 75s. So the Zoom 75s are going to take a little while to get out, but that's the next thing that's happening. We've also got a couple of GMK sets arriving this week. I think we've got Classic Beige and 2 others, which I've forgotten at the minute. But we do have a load of more GMK coming as well. So watch out, guys, for a load of in-stock stuff dropping very, very soon. Does the light brew contain a lower amount of caffeine? No, it's just that the beans are roasted lighter, Cabbage Cap. So the beans are a lighter roast. So in terms of how long the beans have been roasted, and the flavors you'll get will be different because the beans are lighter in roast. And it's also more suitable to pour over style coffees rather than just espresso. Pretty much the caffeine content is very consistent across all 3. Yeah, so yeah. What happened to the mode at PT page? It should still be on the website. It should still be on the website. If you go to in-stock product, oh wait, yeah, mode. Yeah, if you go to in-stock product and then it's under to the drop down at the top and it says mode in stock, you can just click on the mode stuff and it takes you to the mode in stock listings. There you go. Caffeine affects everyone differently though. It does, yes. It does. Thanks for the cool October discount. 4 a.m. in Korea. I just woke up with some expectations for discount. I very appreciate it. I'm very glad. I hope you bought something nice. Let me know in chat what you bought, actually. If you guys have used the code and got 3 for 2 on any in-stock keycap sets, that works for base kits as well. So you can buy 2 base kits and get a base kit free. So you could buy, I don't know, GMK Hamon and GMK Taco and get another GMK set for free, like Mictlan for free, right? So, yeah. So there you go. Mangus, hey man, good to see you. I love coffee, but I had to take a break from drinking it once a day because I was getting jittery. Yeah, I can drink coffee. I don't think I could drink coffee like 10 cups a day, but I can have 3 or 4 cups a day and be fine. I can have a cup at 8 o'clock and still sleep by midnight. So it's about 8:30 now, I guess, something like that. What time are we on? 8:20. So yeah, I'll still be okay. Got my mode keyboard a couple of days ago, case foam wear. If you ordered the foam pack, it would be included in your order. If you didn't, then you wouldn't have got it. Everything was pre-packed by mode for these, so there was no way we could miss anything. If there was something that you feel wasn't included that should have been, then just drop us an email with your order number and we'll take a look. But yeah. Will the board from the stream be a giveaway or sold on PT? So this board is actually a really old prototype board. It's a project that didn't actually go any further. It was called the Isla project, and it was by Tom, who did GMK Deep Navy and a few other things as well in the community. Very talented designer. I actually had 2 prototypes left over from this. I just found them while I was tidying up before I went on vacation. And I figured I was going to build one because I don't have the built one. I did build one at the time, and then I sent it to Tom, and Tom used it. And then I think we did like a small mini group buy for 8 or 10 of these, and they've all been shipped out like a couple of years ago. So I have like the last 2, which we ordered just in case there were any issues with the ones we sent out. Like they were ordered to make sure if any were anodization issues or B stock or whatever else, so we could cover them. So yeah, so I actually have the last 2 here, and you guys can pick later on. I'll unwrap one on stream, and you can pick which color we build. I think we have 2 colors, but I have to open the second one to make sure we have 2 colors. What kind of espresso machine do you use for your coffee? Slasher, I have a Londinium L1 R24 lever pull hand pull espresso machine. That's here at the workshop. I use that in conjunction with a niche zero grinder, or niche, depending on how I've heard Americans call it, but a niche zero grinder as well. At home, I have a slightly different setup. I have a Sage Oracle Touch, but that is being replaced, I think, by a La Marzocco. We'll see. Like, that's what I want to do. I need to convince my wife that it's cool. Need to do a PT hot chocolate and marshmallows, Jay? Maybe. What's my sleep schedule like? I usually go to bed around midnight, fall asleep between 1 and 2, and then I'm up at 5:30 to walk the dog into the workshop for 7:30, 8 o'clock. Sorry, not for 6, for 7:30, 8 o'clock. That's kind of like my sleep schedule. Do you think it's possible to change your body's reaction to caffeine? Is that a thing? Like all drugs and things that you can consume, your body will build up a tolerance over time. So whilst you might never get a full tolerance to caffeine, the more you drink consistently, the more your body will get used to it. If it's in stock, it should be there. Yeah, all the parts are there. I like your mug. Where can I get it? This is actually Le Creuset mug. There you go. We've got a few of these in different colours in the workshop. All the staff had their own at one point. Leo's obviously left now, but he left his mug. He didn't take it with him, which he should have done. But yeah, we've got a few different ones in different colours. We've got an orange one, a pink one, a green one, a blue one, I think. Something like that. Hello, if I'm in the United States, can I still pre-order the Reflection XT FRL through Prototypist? Use Chopstick? Yes, you can if you want to, but where the worldwide vendor, there is a vendor for the US, so you should really order from there. But if you prefer to order from us, then I won't stop you. That's fine. 4 to 5 hours of sleep is healthy or personal. It's just what I have to do for work and life balance and things. Like my dog needs walking in the morning, so I have to be up in time to walk the dog. So I take her for a walk for an hour before I come to the workshop. I need a shower after that, usually because we get quite a brisk walk on. Try and do about 5 miles. Sometimes it's a little bit less, sometimes it's 4. Try and do that every morning. And then get home, have a shower, come into the workshop between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. So yeah. I didn't say you'd be immune, Denebix. I said you'd build up a tolerance. I thought the case foam came with it. Why wouldn't it? You're sold out. Any idea where I could be able to get some? I'm going to live in a box until I can get some. I mean, like the case foam was an add-on. Like it was an additional part that you had to buy to get the case foam. There was like a foam pack. It wasn't part of the original thing. I didn't set the kits, like they were prescribed by Mode. If we've sold out, I'm really sorry. We will try and restock Mode items. I think we've sold out plates already as well, but obviously we can't keep things in stock indefinitely. We only had a limited supply. If people have bought them, I'm really sorry. Is there like negative health effects of drinking a lot of caffeine long term? I don't think anything's being shown. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Like, I just enjoy it. How do I get myself up in the morning? I've always been a morning person, so for me, getting up in the morning has never been too difficult. My alarm goes off. I usually snooze it once, and then I get up like 5 minutes late when it goes off again. If I don't get up, the dog will wake me up. She will literally jump on the bed, and she will literally come and sniff my face until I get up and let her out. So have a dog. They will get you up when they need to go out. So there you go. Are you ever going to bring the Sonnet to PT or not? That's up to Mode. It's not up to me. It's up to Mode. I will do anything that Mode would like me to do. In terms like the stuff that we've done with them has done really well, so I'm more than happy to expand on that and offer more things if they're into it. I'll try and have a conversation with them this week. So yeah. We'll see. I haven't actually seen much on the Mode loop yet, Ballboy. I've only seen like images. I haven't had a chance to look at it properly and in detail. And it's not something we're offering at the minute. I haven't had a chance to really review it. I think it looks quite nice in the images, but looks aren't everything. So I don't know. I don't want to pass judgment on something until I've tried it. Which part of the UK are you from? I'm from West Yorkshire. Originally, I was born and raised in Leeds, which is, if you look at the UK, it's pretty much dead centre in the UK, both height-wise and left to right. But I now live in Bradford, which is where Prototypist is based. So I live about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from the Prototypist workshop. If you want to see where Prototypist is, you can just go on Google Maps and you can find us on there. Just type in Prototypist keyboards, and that's where I'm sat right now, in the Prototypist office. So if you do want to see right where I am right now, you can do that. You can do that. But yeah, I'm from West Yorkshire, from Leeds, West Yorkshire. Find it interesting that people from around Midlands call lunch dinner. Yeah, that's a Yorkshire thing as well. A lot of people in Yorkshire call lunch dinner. What you're having for dinner, and then dinner in an evening meal would be tea. But yeah, you have breakfast. 11s is lunch or dinner, depending away from high tea. Tea or dinner, depending on where you're from, and then supper. That's kind of like the meals in the UK. Cool. Right, okay, what else do I need to tell you on PT News? The other thing to tell you on PT News is that whilst we're working through the QK100s and the Zoom 75s, the final parts for the oceanographer, the screens, and the FR4 plates should arrive in the next month. They have finished production, they're just shipping from China now. So hopefully oceanographers will be done end of November. We're also working on the Argyle. I couldn't remember the name of it for a second. The big challenge you've got on the Argyle is the glass screens for the sides, because each board is slightly different. The files that the designer made for the glass screens have to be adjusted ever so slightly for each one. So it takes about 20 minutes per board to get the screens correct, and we cut like 2 or 3 and we fit them. Sometimes we get lucky and the next board might be able to use some of the screens we've already discarded, but it's taking time to get through. Additionally, as well as that, we also have something like 16,000 diodes to count through and hundreds of ICs to program and all of that kind of stuff. So we are working through Argyle. It's just taking a little bit longer. I had naively assumed that the PCB designer would have programmed the ICs for us. That wasn't the case, and we're having to do it in-house now, or rather Tom, who I think is watching, is going to end up doing it for us. But it is something else that we need to plan. So yeah. Right, okay, what else we talk about in chat? What does supper mean then? Supper's like an evening meal, like 7, 8 p.m. You'd have something sweet, yeah.
Incredible.
Tea's beverage, you're all wrong. Something like that. Cats rule, dogs drool. I mean, dogs do drool, but dogs are cool too. Do I have a favourite football team? I don't really follow football. The only sport I follow, which I'm missing so I can stream right now, is the Formula 1. That's the only sport I follow. Mr. Sab, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right, okay. So I think I've caught you up on PT News. There is the discount as well, as mentioned, 3 for 2. I did put it in pins, but it seems to have not come up in the pins. Let's see if we can get that back up. There we go. Let's pin that again. There you go. So if you do want to pick up a October discount, you can use Stream Caps 3 for 2 on any in-stock keycap sets. There you go. Right, okay. With that said, it's time to move on to the build stream. So why is it so dark on the camera? Hold on, I'm sure I fixed this a minute ago. Hold on. There we go, that's a bit better. Right, you can actually see what I'm building now. Want me to say how the race is going? No, I have it on record. I'm going to watch it after I finish streaming when I get home, so please don't spoil anything from the race. I'll ban you. Don't forget, Typist Brew, dark version, Monday, in stock. Our own coffee beans. 3rd and final time. Right, today we are building with these. These are the new MX2A cherry switches. I've decided to go for the browns for this because who doesn't love a brown switch, right? So these are the MX2A browns. These are the new ones with the barrel springs and everything else, the polished stems and everything else that Cherry's put into the new MX2As. And this is what we're going to build the board with today. Now we're going to be doing a solder build. Those are the switches. For stabilizers, I'm going to be using some leftover parts from an earlier build. These are TX stabilizers. I need to use clip-ins because we're going to be building this with an O-ring mount. So I needed to use clip-ins for this build, hence why we're using those. For PCB, we're using our very own PT60. This is our in-house designed PCB. Yes, it's pink. Yes, these are in stock if you want to pick one up. Yes, they work with most 60% boards. This is the JST version. It is lovely pink with gold ending on it. There you go. And of course we have our pink daughter boards to match as well. There we go. Do the PT60s fit the Bacanico? They should do, but I haven't tested it, so without me testing it, I wouldn't want to say certainly it does. But it should fit most 60% cases. So yeah. Started to use TX Tab recently, and my god, they make Durex look like poor man's choice. TX Tabs are okay. I think my favourite, if I had to pick, would be the new QMX ones from GMK. That's what I would tend to pick. Okay. And then in terms of the keyboard itself, here we have the actual keyboard. First of all, the plate. These haven't been unwrapped for like 3 years, so if these have tarnished, I apologise. I have no idea what these look like now. This should be copper, I think. But I'd say they are 3 years old now, and I haven't unwrapped them pre-stream, so... Oh, that has tarnished quite a bit, but nicely. So this has gone quite dark in places. It's like a burnish. This is actually copper, but it looks like it's been burnished now. That looks pretty cool. That's the plate we're going to be running with today. And here is the Isla Prototype we're going to be building today. Again, this hasn't been unwrapped in 3 years. Dark rusted plate, absolutely. Neo will be in stock towards the back end of the year. Our next shipment should include the Neos, as far as I'm aware. And here is the board. As I say, this was designed by Tom. I have already installed feet on this. This is one of the blue ones. It does have a nice weight on the back, made of copper. This is the Isla Proto 04. Now, you guys do have a choice today. We can either build this lovely blue color, or alternatively, you can pick, and we could build this lovely red color. So those are the two choices today, the blue or the red. Let's get a poll up, and then you guys can pick. Give me a second, you can get a poll up. New poll, okay.
Incredible.
There you go. Okay, so the poll is live. You guys can now pick which you would like to see, whether you'd like to see me build the blue one or the red one. Will this board be available to buy? No, this is a completely cancelled project. Whilst the boards all work and they all passed muster in terms of a project, it was something that the designer, Tom, decided not to proceed with. These are just the last two boards I have. Thank you so much, Arthur, for the subscription. He says red. Get your votes in, guys, and we can take a look. It's quite even at the minute. Quite even between blue and red right now. It'll be interesting to see who... what colour wins this one? I mean, I have got some keycap sets that should work with both ready for this. So in case this is going to help you make a decision which you'd like to see built, the keycap sets I have to one side that you'll get to pick later on are GMK Metropolis, GMK Plum, GMK Red Alert, or GMK Solarized Dark. Those are the keycap sets I have together. So it is tray mount, but we're not going to build it tray mount. It's also O-ring mount, and we're going to build it with the standard O-ring today. So it does an O-ring mount. If you see just here on the inside of the case, there are the posts for the O-ring mounts. Red Alert. Hey guys, get your vote in for the colour. You can vote for the colour of the keyboard now, and then we'll vote for the keycaps later on. So yeah, so we're going to build it O-ring style. The one thing we are going to have to do, whichever one we pick, though, we are going to have to take out the daughter board and switch it so we're using the correct daughter board for this, but we will use the JST cable that's in the board already. I know that sounds confusing, but that's what we're going to do. Blue pill or red pill? Yeah, it's a matrix type question, isn't it? But yeah, this board won't be available to buy. I did have a great vacation. Thank you, Unborn. I had a great time away. It was fantastic. We spent a ton of time doing some really nice stuff. Snorkeling, we saw turtles and all sorts of stuff. It was really, really great week. Thank you for asking. I do appreciate that. But yeah, no. Sadly, these boards will never see the light of day from a sales point of view. Tom decided he didn't want to pursue the project after we'd created. I think we created 4 rounds. I think this is the round 4 of the prototype, and this is the one that we actually sold, I think 10 units of, or 8 units of, something like that. I think we produced 12 in total and 4 rounds of prototyping, and then Tom decided he didn't want to go any further with it, so it's kind of like a dead project, sadly. Plum, yeah, GMK Plum's pretty rare these days. You don't see it very often. Any chance you've heard about Infernal 1.5? Hold on, let me get up a list of what GMK said qualifies so far. So the thing is, it's not a linear timescale as to when GMK tells us about whether sets are affected or not. I do have a list about which keycap sets. Hold on, I need to log back into Notion. Just give me a second. There we go. That should get me in. Now I do have a list somewhere. I put it under here. Yeah, okay. So for twisted stems, the ones they've confirmed they're replacing at the minute, and this isn't to say that every single set of this is sold is going to be affected. They think about 10% of every set that's potentially affected sold is afflicted, if that makes sense. So there is potential for the following sets to have twisted stems: Zooted, Handabate, Botanical, Dracula, Rudy, Jags, Cyrillic White on Black, Cyrillic Beige, Lavender base, Lavender and Ravender base, Hamon and Olive R2. Those are the only ones we've had confirmed from GMK that use the affected molds, or potentially use the affected molds, so might have some keys that are twisted. The Infernal is not on this list yet. Infernal has not been confirmed by GMK to use those molds, and I believe everything that was produced after Hamon, which was the last one of the timescales to actually be produced, didn't use these molds. They were already taken out of consideration before that. So as far as I'm aware, anything produced after that. So I know Cinder, for example, wasn't affected. GMK have declined Cinder and said that Cinder wasn't affected. So yeah, so we're just waiting through them. In terms of GMK's actual production timelines for these, we're not actually expecting to receive any of these 1.5U fixed keys for those sets that I listed until early in the new year. That's when we'll get them. So if you've already lodged a complaint with us, we won't be shipping those keys out until we get them, and we won't get them until the new year. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind. Coffee check. We're drinking Typist Brew today. This is our own brew of coffee. This is Typist Brew. This is the dark version. I've just about finished my cup here. You can see it in the top, that side there. I can't quite show you the latte art, but there is latte art on it. Yeah, Typist Brew Dark. This is our own coffee. You can't look at the list. The list isn't publicized. I don't have a full list because we weren't involved in all of the sets that could be potentially afflicted. So there were sets that we didn't cover. So I've only been contacted by GMK about sets that could be potentially affected. And each one will be judged by GMK on a case-by-case basis based on the pictures you send. Like, you could send some pictures and they're actually within tolerance, or you could send some pictures and they might not be within tolerance for each of the afflicted sets. So, but I don't have a full list of what's afflicted. There could be sets that we didn't run that were run by other vendors that are afflicted or potentially afflicted. So I won't have any knowledge of those. Okay, it looks like the red board one as well. So we're building the red keyboard today. So I'll put the blue one to one side. Both my Hamon sets had it. Like, I haven't seen the pictures that you sent, Cara. If I have, I don't remember them. But there were a lot of people complaining about the keycaps when they were on a board, and as soon as you took them off the board and looked at the rear of them, you could tell by looking at the stem, just from looking straight down. I've had people claim that 1U keycaps were affected, 1.25U keycaps were affected. I've had people claim that sets were affected from 3 years ago. Bleach, someone tried to claim for Bleached. Bleached didn't even use those molds because those molds weren't around at that point. So, and then we've had people claim for sets that were produced after these molds have been destroyed, so they're not afflicted, and it's really difficult to judge because most people judge it by how it's built on a keyboard, and a lot of the times that can be because the plate's out of tolerance, or they're using a hot swap board or a plateless board, or they're using a 2-pin switch instead of a 3-pin switch or whatever, or a 5-pin switch, sorry, and there's a load of different things that can come into tolerance. So if you're not sure, send us an email and we'll raise it with GMK. If GMK agree to produce some replacements, we will let you know. If they don't, because they didn't use those molds, there won't be any replacements done. So yeah. Infernal was not listed, no, Unborn. The list was that we are getting some replacements for, and this isn't for every set, it's only for afflicted sets. Handabite, Zooted, Botanical, both bases. Dracula, Rudy, Jags, Cyrillic White on Black, and Cyrillic Beige. Lavender, both base kits for that. Hamon and Olive. Those are the only ones that GMK have confirmed they are sending us some replacements for. And we expect to get those early in the new year. So there you go. Will the Matrix Magic 3 have extras? Yes, everything has extras. Will they be sold as in stock on PT? Yes, they will be sold as in stock. They're in our next shipment, which is due to leave China this week, I think. It's also got the JO2 on it and a few other different things. It's due to leave China this week, and it should arrive about the middle of November, I think. So hopefully we'll have those out to you by the end of November and the board's in stock. So yeah. Was thinking about buying some tactile switches from PT. What are your favorites and recommendations? Oh man, in terms of, I'm not a huge tactile lover, I'll be honest, and I don't actually know what we have in stock right now off the top of my head. But I do like the McCaw switches, which I think are a tactile. They're pretty good, but you're best asking in the Discord. If you go to prototypist.net and join our Discord server, loads of people will be able to tell you what they bought from the store and they like. Cool. Okay, so it's time to crack on with the build. We decided we're building the red board today. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out the JST cable. We are going to use that JST cable over the one that comes with the PT60. The reason for that is just because I like the fact that this has got the nice tubing to fit across there. That's the only reason. And then the first job that we need to do is we need to change over the daughter board to our pink one, and that's just to make sure that we've got the correct pin out off the cable to each of the pins on the PCB. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the board over and we're going to take out this lovely brass weight. And I think I need this screwdriver. There we go. Do you know if you'll have extra plates and PCBs in stock after the Kohaku group buy fulfillment? Yes, we will. Yes, we always have extras. Everything has extras. Okay, so now we're taking out the weight. You can see that there's cutouts here for the daughter board fitment, and then the daughter board screws in to the bottom underside of the case. So now it's time to remove that one. I think we need this screwdriver. Oh, we need one smaller. So it should be this one. BBNs are good. Yeah, actually, I do like the BBN tactiles. I like the other BBN switches as well. And then last screw here. That's 4 screws out. Just popping them in my little tray here. I'm just going to flick the board out, and as you can see, the board is nicely milled on the inside, ready to accept the daughter board. We're going to pop the new one in. It just sits down just like so. And then we're going to screw that one back down. It looks like a corn. I mean, this is a 3-year-old design, so I think this came before the unicorn, I think. I can't remember. I can't remember when the first round of the unicorn happened. I mean, we produced the first one of these in 2019, I think. But this particular version was produced in 2020. Okay, that's that in place. We're going to drop the weight back in. And we're we're going to screw the weight back down. Neat design with the door board. Yeah, it fits in just nicely and just tucks it away. The other reason for putting it upside down as well is if you put it right way up, so the board sits here, the USB sits higher than it does if you flip it over and you fit it this way, because well, it sits underneath the thickness of the FR4 plate there. So if you mount it this way, it sits lower than if you mount it that way, if that makes sense. So it gets it nice and low in the bottom of the board. Come on, camera, focus. There you go. Okay, then we can plug the cable back in. It goes in nicely. And then we have the cable situated here, ready for the plate and PCB to be installed. Now I'm just going to take out these screws here. These screws are if you wanted to use this as a tray mount case. We're not going to do that today. So I'm just going to take out the tray mount screws because we don't need those. So there we go, that's our case all prepped now for the board itself, for the build to go together. As you can see, it's got these posts here which the O-rings are going to sit on, and they're on the back case as well. There you go. Just going to pop the board up here because that's now all ready for assembly. Okay, next job then is to proceed with the build and to get the plate and PCB assembly ready. So the first thing we're going to do is get our stabilizers installed. We are going to build this ISO because this is my personal one. So we're going to build this ISO, and we're going to put just a 7U spacebar on it. That's all we need to do. Just ISO enter and a 7U spacebar, and that's it. That's all we need. I don't know why I got so many stabilizers out for this. Blasphemous, we already talked about the Argyle earlier on in the stream, but effectively we're going through the process of cutting all the screens. It takes about 20 minutes per board to get the screens cut. Each of the boards is just milled with slightly different tolerances. We don't want the screens too loose, we don't want them too tight. And we've also got all of the ICs to program and all of the individual diodes and everything else to count out per board. I think we've got around 200 hours worth of work left to do. The issue is we need to use the same resource with the same knowledge on the Oceanographer, which is a group buy we're rescuing for all worldwide buyers, and we've had to pay for production for the whole group buy, not just our order. So that's kind of taken over a little bit, but we hope to have both Argyle and Oceanographer out by the end of November. So there we go. Backspace, we're going to split. We're going to do split backspace for this particular build. Why not? Okay, so yeah, it's just two stabilizers for this today. Let's get these lubricated. My mouse was done by Leonardo da Mouse, yes. Oh, my 3D printer is still running around the clock. My 3D printers don't run it anywhere near as much as they used to at the minute, sadly. The issue I have is I just don't have the time to prep the things I want to print. Although we do have the Prusa XL now, and it does enable me to print some large-scale projects. So it will start to get used more and more as we get towards the end of the year and we start to quieten down a little bit. We've had a ton of kind of really intensive group buys to get through recently that have taken up a lot of resource and a lot of time. So for example, Mercury's and then Argyle's, and we've had the Allisons, and everything's just had a ton to do in terms of staff input, rather than it being something we can ship nice and easy like the QK boards or the Zoom boards, which don't take much from a like a QC and control perspective. Like we have set processes in place for those. A lot of the other projects we have to kind of split down everything, so we have to put in all of the screws and we have to put in all of the screens and all of the PCBs and the components. A lot of that kind of labor is taken up with the QK products and Woog Studios products. So yeah, as we get towards the end of the year and we start to quieten down a little bit, we'll be able to start printing more and more stuff off. We do have some pretty cool projects that we've got coming up soon. Nothing to share just yet, but there will be some cool stuff to share soon. Need to get your advice at some point on 3D printers, Jay. Want to get one so me and the kids can build projects. Dude, I have one going spare at the moment. When I upgraded to the Mark IV processor, I do have a Mark III S Plus processor that's going spare. It hasn't been used for a couple of months, but it's literally all working and all there. If you are interested, then I'd be more than happy to pop down to yours with it, set it up, and get it working and show you how it works. I don't know why I've got that. Don't need it. Yeah, we'll be doing the giveaway towards the end of the stream. We'll play some marbles and we'll give away a couple of GMK sets. You guys, whoever wins, we'll probably do 6 races. Whoever wins the Grand Prix over the first 3 races will win a GMK set. So it'll be kind of like a little tournament. Whoever gets the most points across 3 races will get to win a GMK set, and they can pick any GMK set that we have in stock right now. And we'll probably do that twice, so the same process twice. So play 6 races, and we'll have 2 winners who can pick a GMK set each. We'll ship it worldwide. We'll cover shipping, cover cost of the set. The only thing we won't be able to cover is any import duties, if there are any where you are. So yeah, so we'll do that towards the end of the stream. We'll get the build done, and then we'll take a look at that. Sounds great. Cool. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to finish lubricating this stabilizer up. And then we'll get these installed in the board. And then we'll be able to start putting switches in the plate and PCB assembly. There we go. That's our stabilizers all done for this build. Let's get these popped into the board. I have now got lube all over my fingers. True Blaze, hey man, good to see you. Right, so we are going with a 7U spacebar build for this. So we're just going to pop the spacebar into the 7U slot. And then we are going for ISO enter. So I'll do the same for the enter key. And these are just clip-in stabilizers. So clip those in. And now we're just going to put the locking clips in the rear. And this will just prevent the stabilizers from ever popping out of the PCB. Oops. Do you remember when we had to use like things like cocktail sticks for this? I'm so glad these shims exist now. Make things so much easier. Okay, that's our stabilizers fully installed on the board. All looking nice and neat and even. Let's get the plate assembly in place. And then it's time to pop some switches in. Now these are the new Cherry MX Browns, the MX2As. And I feel like this might be one of those plates we have some difficulties with. It's quite tight. Now these aren't going to hold in place because the switches are 3-pin, they're not 5-pin. This is not going to hold in place, but it will do once we start to solder it. So I'm not too worried. We'll just get the switches into the plate fully, and then we can line them up in the PCB once we start soldering. Now, because we're going ISO, we are going to split the left shift, as is standard for ISO builds. And then we're going to do a 1.5U 1, 1.5U 7, 1.5 1. 1.5 bottom row, just like so. We're going to split right shift. You see the upgrade McGingham's got custom, Mr. Tom. I haven't seen it since it was built, but I did see that Tom shared a picture of his 3D printer the other day, so I did see your case being printed, but I haven't seen the actual final results. If you've posted it somewhere, let me know. I'll take a look later on. But I did see the case being printed. Gonna go for step caps lock because step caps is best. Okay. We're going for ISO ends here, remember. So we just need to spin that switch around. There we go. Okay, don't forget guys, we'll be at the soldering stage in just a minute, and whilst ever we are soldering on stream, you guys can ask me anything. All you need to do is tag me with the @JPrototypist, and you can ask any question you'd like. It doesn't have to be about keyboards, it can be about life, the universe, math, science, history, politics. We'll stay clear of religion at the minute, but other than religion and anything overtly personal that's going to get me banned from Twitch or anything like that, I'm an open book, so ask away any questions you'd like during soldering. All you need to do is just tag me with @JPrototypist and ask me any question you'd like. Okay. We should do a prize for the best question again, maybe. Best question gets a desk mat, like any desk mat in stock. Okay, there we go. Switches are all on the board, and so we are using the new MX2A brands from Cherry. I'm just going to check for bent pins and make sure all of the switches are fully inserted into the PCB here. And I'm just going to do a visual check, make sure that all the switches have 2 pins present. Everything's looking good so far. Make sure all the switches are fully depressed as well. It's quite easy to tell if you look from the underside if something's not quite fully fitting. No bent pins spotted as yet. Okay, looking good. I thought we'd got a bent pin here. It's a stabilizer. Okay, looking good. No bent pins. Right, which means we're ready to start soldering. Let's zoom in a little bit. That's probably a little bit too tight. There we go. That'll do that. So you guys can see where we're at to. Don't forget, if you want to ask me a question, guys, tag me @JPrototypist. I agree, Yakmats. Solder PCBs are much more aesthetically pleasing than hot swap ones. I would agree. Just before I start soldering, I am going to have a drink because I'm very thirsty. Okay, so get your questions in, guys. Ask me anything you'd like. Sane asked me, have you ever seen GMK UV sub-legends erased due to long use? I think I mean, I have seen it on some old keycaps, yes. None of mine in use. The longest I ever used a keycap set was the original GMK Royal Alpha run, which was in 2016, I want to say. And I think I used that for 2 full years without changing keycaps. Whilst the keycaps did shine, the tertiary legends didn't rub away. Certainly not for me. I have seen other people use keycap sets for that long, and it has started to rub away. They won't last forever, but because they are UV pad printed, but they will last for a long time. M5 says, still have my cute 3D printed J1 I got with the group buy part of the desk since I got the board. Nice, yeah, those were really cool. We did it for the JO2s as well, the previous ones. So yeah. Any date for the MX2A public release? I've just realised I don't actually have any solder. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to grab some solder. I can't solder without solder. There we go. I have a reel of solder. Right, okay. Let's just solder a couple of pins randomly around the board just to get everything held together. So if I knock or drop this, it doesn't destroy the build.
Incredible.
There we go. Right, okay. The Unborn says, any date MX2A public release? As far as I'm aware, they're available now from some vendors. We'll be having them later on. I actually need to email
Tasty.
Jim at Cherry to sort something out, actually. That reminds me. If I can get them for the right price, I want to include them with the JO2 Blackout Edition and SPC Edition. But it all depends on if I can get them at the right price and at the right time. But it's something I've been investigating with Cherry recently as to whether we can get the switches included. They're just going to have to be the right price. Ballboy says, while building a cancelled project, what's a project that completed that you absolutely thought wouldn't get there? I'm not sure if I can think of any. I tend not to run group buys unless I think they've got a chance of actually making MOQ. I was very surprised that the JO2 Blackout Edition met the MOQ. I mean, they were already in production, so it was a little bit different, but I was very surprised at how many people actually bought the JO2 Blackout Editions. And I was very, very flattered by the amount of support that was there as well. I was very thankful for that, because they sold out within 2 days, which was really, really shocking for me. I think a couple of years ago that wouldn't have shocked me at all, but kind of given the status of where the hobby is right now, that kind of really blew me away. So that's probably the best example I have of that. I was also really surprised that GMK Cluck got to MOQ, given the fact that we haven't sold many sets at all since it went in stock. I think we've sold 1, maybe 2 sets since it went in stock. I was very, very surprised that it actually got made. But it did, so there you go. It's two examples. Spaced out and missed what switches were put in. So Bob Ross, we are using the MX2A Cherry Browns. These are the new Cherry Browns, the MX2As with the barrel springs, polished rails. These have been lubed with Crytox 205 Grade 2 by Matt the Pokemon Kid, especially for me. And that's what we're putting in this build. I plan for this to kind of be a workhorse 60% for me. I realized when we went away, because I only took my shock of horrors, I only took my my MacBook. I didn't take a keyboard with me, and I used to travel with my MacBook a lot when I used to work for the bank, and I used to take a 40% with me. But since then, I've had no use for 40%, so I've sold all my 40% in my personal collection, or nearly all of them. I have 1 or 2 left, and then I didn't take a keyboard with me. But I figured a light 60% like this would be ideal for me to take around with me. So that's what this board's going to become. It's going to be my little MacBook travel board. So yeah, that's the plan. For the rest, it says, Jay, would you be interested in selling your GAF 910? Sure, if the offer's right. Make me an offer and we'll see. Drop me an email, make me an offer. It's literally sat on the shelf behind me, so yeah. What is a keyboard or keycap set that you wish you could get your hands on but can't yet? Keyboard or keycap set that I wish I could get my hands on. I'll be honest, I've been incredibly lucky in this community to be able to pretty much get over time any board that I've wanted. I can't think of anything that I've wanted that I have never had. I've always fancied a HB85, but I've never, like, there've been a few and I've just never put an offer in for the ones that I've seen, but I do quite like those. I've been really blessed in this hobby, to be honest, in terms of what I've had availability for. So I can't think of any keyboard that I've ever missed out on. There's a couple of vintage sets that I'd quite like to have owned. I did at one point try to collect all of the OG Cherry die sub keycaps in all the European languages. I was like 4 or 5 short at one point. I had Belgian and Portuguese and Czech and a few others. I still have most of them apart from the Belgian ones I sold. I think there was a couple of really rare ones of those. I think Estonian was a language that I always wanted but didn't get. I think it was Estonian. I can't remember. But there was some examples like that. And some OG Arabic caps as well would have been cool. Some cherry dice up Arabic caps. But I think there's only like 2 or 3 sets in the world of those. So they were never going to happen, unfortunately. But other than that, I've been very lucky. And I've owned pretty much everything I've wanted to. I've managed to be able to find on the markets, or people have reached out to me once they've known I'm looking. So current goals for keycaps is to get a set of the Symbolics keycaps made by Keymax, but in MX socket size rather than Alps. It is something that I've been toying with for a while. I just haven't decided on the colors that I want to use yet, so it's something that I definitely need to reach out to Willem at Keymax again and talk through. I should do that this week, actually. Reach out to him and talk it through. So yeah. What is the most wholesome encounter you've had with a stranger? I guess, Nitram, which way do you mean that? Do you mean me being wholesome for someone else or someone else being wholesome for me? Because those are 2 different things. So let me know. M5 says, what was the story of your first keyboard? What was it that plummeted your soul into the hobby? I had a Poker. That was one of my first ever boards. And then I had a CM Storm. And then I found the group buy for the original run of SA Calm Depths in 2014. And I'd already been kind of involved in some of the early Desk Authority stuff, just from a lurking perspective, for some vintage stuff. And it just kind of came about from there. That's how it all happened. Yeah, I think I blame the original run of SA Calm Depths for my devolvement into the hobby. And then it was the rounds group buys from Desk Authority, run by 7-Bit. I joined a few of those over the years. I think I'm still owed some keycaps from that, all things being considered. I don't even know if they even happen anymore, or if even 7-Bit's still in the hobby. I have no idea. But yeah, that was how I got deeply involved in the hobby. Does PT have any plans to release their own keyboard parts and accessories? Yeah, so these PCBs are our own. This is the Prototype is PT60 PCB. This is in stock right now. We've done the JO1 and JO2 historically. The JO2 is going to be in stock later on this year. They should arrive in November. So those are our own keyboards. Yeah, we've done accessories. We did GMK Midnight Rainbow. That was me. So we've had a few things. So yeah.
Tasty.
Is there a colorway that always makes you look at a board? Says Beeperphone. Beige? Anything beige gets my interest. Skimson, thank you so much for the 13 months of subs, man. I thoroughly appreciate you. Yeah, I think beige always gets me to look. Anything classy, I think, is what catches my attention. Just like a whole well-rounded theme, I think, would be something that makes me look as well. Like, I've seen quite a lot of the Mictlan yeah, kind of like the Mictlan themed boards being built recently, and I think they look great with the key set as well. So it really just depends, but yeah, something that entices me, pulls me in. I don't know. Different boards do it for different reasons. I'm not sure I could put any specific one thing on it, but beige always gets my attention. Okay, that's a soldering done. Let's catch up with these questions and see if we can blast through some. Do you know if current aftermarket springs fit in the MX2A switches? Not sure if the bottom housing post is different to account for the barrel spring. So they will fit, but the barrel springs are probably where you want to be for those. Trojam says, might be a question you've been asked before, but if you could race on any track in the world and in any car, what would it be? My personal Datsun 240Z and Silverstone. That's what I'd love to do, but I'll never get to do it, I don't think. Lazy Keiko says, what is happiness to you and have you found it? I think happiness to me is being able to pursue my own passions and hobbies. I'll be honest, guys. I've been very lucky in life for a number of different reasons. I had a great job before I ran PT that paid well and allowed me to indulge in a lot of financially irresponsible hobbies such as cars and keyboards and coffee and things like that. Happiness for me is really tinkering with stuff, making stuff, doing things with my hands, even if it's something as simple as going and like changing the oil on the car. That's like a good afternoon to me. I enjoy that. Or before I started streaming today, I was mounting the rail that sits on the wall to put the Vesta board back up, for example. I like to do things like that and make things, and I think that's happiness to me. In a work perspective, and then from a personal perspective, it's like I'm writing a Tinder profile, but it's long walks with the dog, right? That's what I like, and then a bit of like breakdown time with TV and the wife and stuff. So yeah, that's probably the way things are happening to me. I think broadly I found it, like I don't think anyone's happy 100% of the time. I don't think that's possible. If you want me to be really, really blunt and open about this kind of stuff, whilst I think I found happiness, I still find myself being lonely quite a lot of the time. I'm quite a lonely person. I am a bit of a loner by nature. I don't really have many good close friends, is what I would say. I tend to keep people at arm's length for a number of different reasons. And I don't like crowds of people. So I don't have anyone that comes and really plays with the cars with me, for example. Although I might quite like that, I don't know. But I don't really have anyone who does that. It's caused me kind of like some considerable depression in the past because I've not had anyone to share certain things with. Like, yes, I'm married, I can tell my wife stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that she's not into. She just doesn't understand, doesn't care. Like the keyboards and the car, she just doesn't care and doesn't understand. Like I don't care and understand about her handbags. She doesn't care about the cars. I know that's stereotypical, but it's true. So while she tries, like, it's not always the easiest to talk about things like that with her. And then running your own business is kind of really stressful as well. And when you've got no other income, and for a long time I didn't have an income through PT, that was kind of stressful too. So that kind of led me into like quite a deep depression for a long time. And I did seek therapy towards the beginning of this year. And that's helped somewhat, but there's still a lot of stuff that's unresolved from that. I think like, whilst I do quite enjoy doing things on my own, like projects like making something on the laser or whatever, I do find it quite lonely at times. And whilst I do have nice things to do with my wife, like walk the dog and spend time with her watching TV and going shopping or whatever else, I do feel lonely when I'm doing things at work. It's just what it is. Just the way life is sometimes. But I think overall I'm as happy as I'll ever be. I don't think I'll ever be happier than I am right now. Sky was taken, sadly. Says, would a Singer board ever come to prototype? Yeah, we sold the Kahaku not so long back, so yeah, that's happening. All this chat reminds me of your older streams. Ever miss doing Top Clack? Dude, I do miss doing Top Clack. Brian and I used to have so much fun. I didn't like the late nights. So for us, Top Clack started in the UK at 2 a.m. and finished at 4 a.m. And then I used to have to be at work for like 7 a.m. when I used to work at the bank. It was a killer. That was why we changed the days in the end. Originally it used to be on a Thursday night, and I think we changed it to a Friday night just so that I could go to sleep and wake up on a Saturday morning or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah. Yeah, we went on that. I do miss doing Top Clack. Do you have any tattoos and piercings? Yes, I have 3 current piercings. I've had 6 in total. I had both eyebrows done at different times. They've both fallen out. I used to have my clavicle pierced. That's long gone, but now I have 3 in this ear. I have the top piercing, I have the middle piercing, and I have a small tunnel here. So yes, I have 3 there. In terms of tattoos, I have 15. I can show you this one here that's on my wrist. It's a little phoenix. If you look up in the top box there, you can see it. I also have a number of wrong arm. I have a number of tattoos on this arm. I have a large owl that's about 1 foot tall on my left calf, and I've got some more planned as well. So yeah, I do have some. Mantis says, yeah, I asked because I thought it must be something, although you have high accessibility to a lot of products. What was that for? Oh, right, okay, I see. Yes, I remember the question now, yeah. Someone being wholesome to me, says Nick Trump. When was the last time someone was wholesome to me? So when we went on holiday, this isn't a stranger, this is my wife. We had like a room booked, and one of the things I've been really disappointed was before we went is that when I booked the holiday, we couldn't get like a swim up room because they were not available. And my wife, after we'd booked the holiday and paid for it, she basically emailed the hotel every week until she could manage to secure an upgrade to a swim up room, and didn't tell me until we got there. That was quite nice. That was really wholesome, and I do miss that. Sorry, I did really enjoy that. I don't know why I said miss that. I was reading something, but I did really enjoy that. Will, thank you so much for the 18 months of subs. That's currently 2 PT babies. Congratulations on the twins. Any skincare recommendations? So I use Nivea for Men face cream on a nighttime. I also have some stuff that goes, it's like a roller ball. It's in a green thing. I think it's Nivea, but it just rolls under my eyes. But the main thing for me is just exfoliate your face while you wash it every day. So I kind of wash my face with it's like a soap with grit in it. I can't remember what it's called now. It'll come to me, but I wash my face with that every morning and every night. Yeah, that's about it for my skincare routine. Don't do much else.
Tasty, tasty.
If you could have written something, if you could have something written on a billboard, what would you say? Oh, Bob Hotshot, I have no idea. That's a really, really good question. I think this might win the desk mat. What would I put on a billboard? What would I put on a billboard? I don't know. I'd put the PT coffee on the billboard and tell everyone to buy it. That's what I'd do. No, I mean, stopping trying to shield my own shit. I really don't know. I'd probably like to put something up there that would make people stop and think and just stop taking things that they have in life for granted, because that's something that I'm constantly trying to work on every day, because I'm very aware that I'm a very lucky person and I've had a lot of luck in my life to have what I have and to be where I am. And yeah, I'd probably try and think of something that would give people pause for thought, but not in the kind of like the religious way when you see the religious ones, but just something that makes people realize that they need to appreciate things in their life more. We haven't done the giveaways yet. No, not yet. Best booster bagman. What was the strangest thing you saw on holiday? Don't think we saw anything.
Tasty.
Don't think we saw anything particularly weird on holiday. Chiffy Loop, thank you so much for the raid with a party of 8. Thank you so much and welcome, guys. We're just doing a bit of an AMA in between building our prototype Isla today. So thank you very much for joining here. Yeah, I don't know. Strangest thing we saw on holiday. I mean, we went to see some salt flats, which were really cool. In fact, actually, this is pretty cool, actually, and it is pretty strange. So in Cape Verde, they used to produce a lot of salt there historically, and they still do. So we went to a salt mine that's actually in the caldera of a volcano. That was pretty cool. That was pretty unusual. That was pretty strange. Because I've seen salt flats before, but I've never seen them inside the caldera of a volcano. So you kind of like go up this hill, and then you go through this tunnel, and then you go down another hill, and you're inside a volcano, and it's pretty cool. And then there's just all these salt pans all across the floor where they're drying out seawater to create salt, and the water actually comes in. So when you're inside the caldera of the volcano, you're actually below sea level, so you're down here below sea level by about 2 meters. So the water actually seeps in underground somewhere and then rises up through the ground. And you could swim in the water. It's like swimming in the Dead Sea. It's like just really high salt concentration, so you're really buoyant. You can't sink. The strangest thing about that is when you're laid on your back, you can't tuck your legs back underneath you, so you have to kind of like scoot back until your shoulders hit the ground underneath as you hit the coast. That was quite strange. That was a really strange sensation. Don't know about car, but probably Laguna Seca. Yeah, okay. It's a good racetrack. I've driven it in many video games. Anarchy says, did you get any further with the Nix counter? Yeah, it's fully working. So this is the Nix counter in a fully printed case, and as you dial the numbers, it will add on whatever number you dial. So for example, if I dial on 6, it will go up to 100. There we go, and it just keeps count of what you're doing. If I remember, if we do 0, hold on. Right, okay, I think we can clear it now. I think that clears it. Okay, maybe it doesn't. I can't remember exactly how it works, but yeah, it works now. So it's basically just like a rotor dial, and it just adds on the numbers. There's some other things you can do. You can play golf with it, so you can track the history of your golf shots with it. You can do like a history thing. You can make it count certain things. You can do new days. You can check the battery voltage. You can do a stopwatch on it and all sorts of stuff. Yeah. What was wrong with it in the end? The battery. The batteries I had were just old, so I bought a new battery and put that in it, and it's been fine ever since. That was literally all that was the issue. There was nothing wrong with it other than the battery. So, the simplest of things. But yeah, this case was designed by Tom, and it's pretty cool. It just sits flat on my desk, and I do use it for some things, but it's more of a cool toy than anything else. So yeah. Sorry you felt like that, but thank you for sharing. No problems, man. I don't mind sharing anything about myself. Like I'm an open book. If you guys have ever got any questions, like I think everyone's felt lonely at some point in their life, and I'm not immune to that. And whilst I love my wife and I love spending time with her, you know, you can be in a room full of 100 people and still feel lonely. So yeah, that just happens. But I would say that I probably don't really have any super clear, you know, best friends who I text every day and spend time with. Like I've got a load of people who I would consider friends, some of who are in chat today, but in terms of like a best friend who I tell everything and we do loads of stuff together, I don't really have anyone like that in my life other than my wife. So yeah, that's probably where we're at. And it is quite sad in some ways, I know, but I'm not unhappy. I'm a happy-ish person. Of course, I'm sad from time to time, but overall, I think I would say I'm more on the happy side than the sad side. I agree on 100% that firsthand. Appreciate what you have in life as it can go in a flash. Yeah, I know what you've been through, Troy James. So I my heart goes out to you. It really does. But yeah, it's life's a funny old thing. Don't take things that you have for granted. Love the things that you love, and don't be shy to love them. That's what I would say. Yeah, go with that. The golf cart crash had to be. Oh gosh, I'd forgotten about that, Mr. Gimp. Yeah. So here's a funny thing that did happen whilst I was on holiday. I'd completely forgotten about it until you mentioned it. We were in our room and we had our private pool. I was in the pool. My wife was getting ready to go out for dinner, and I was just in the pool, lazing around, reading my book, whatever. And opposite where we were, there was like a big verge of grass, and it was hidden from a road of like a path around the hotel complex by a hedge. And the staff were using these golf buggies to take like people's luggage or food around or whatever else. Because it was a big complex. It's a massive hotel. Rio Palace in Cape Verde. You can go look it up on Google Maps if you want. It was massive. So whilst we were in the pool, all of a sudden I heard these shouts and screams, and the guy driving the golf cart forgot to turn left or right and just went straight through the hedge. I did take a picture of it like whilst I was semi-drunk in the pool, which was quite interesting. So yeah, that was really random. It did happen. Yeah, I'd completely forgotten about that. How did I forget about that? So yeah, that was quite interesting. You got it working. What was wrong with it? Oh yeah, we talked about that. Nice, good job. It was a simple thing. Yeah, I just need to find the instructions so I can remember how to work it properly. If you were reborn as an animal, what would you be? If I was reborn as an animal, what would I want to be? I'd want to be an elephant, I think. Just live that life, walking through Africa and just being comfortable, or Asia or wherever. That's the kind of thing that I'd like to do. I was not the driver of the golf cart. Oxy. I was laid in the pool at the time it happened. In fact, the picture I shared of it was from the pool. Let me see if I've got it to hand. I'll show you guys it on stream. Because I was in the pool at the time when the golf cart crashed through the hedge. Let me see if I can find it. We didn't take many pictures while we were on holiday, actually. Okay, so this is the picture. Let me. All right, it's better that way. I did take it vertically. So this is the picture. So I'm in the pool. This is the pool that's connected to our room, and then there's this kind of like patch of grass, and there's like a hedge here that runs all the way across. And if I zoom in here, you can see that the golf cart has actually come through the hedge. This was the guy who was driving it. So that's the hedge just there, and he'd driven it through the hedge. There was kind of like a path that came up here, and then it came across here, or it went across there, and he just forgot to turn. So yeah, just the golf cart straight through. So yeah, but that was weird. So yeah, if I was reborn as an animal, probably an elephant is what I want to be, I think. What do you do to combat feelings of loneliness and depression? Been going through a hard time the past few weeks. I'm sorry to hear that, Pancakes. I really am. Genuinely, I hope you feel better soon. In terms of how I deal with it, I tend to just throw myself into projects. I'm very much a workaholic type of person, and if I'm struggling emotionally, I will just do more work. That's not healthy. I'm very aware that that's not healthy, and I don't think that anyone else should do it. I'm just being very honest with you and saying how I deal with it. The best thing to do is to speak to someone. Like, I did take some counseling towards the beginning of this year. I did speak to a therapist. I probably didn't do it for as long as I should have done, and I probably should go back to doing it. But I did speak to a therapist for a few weeks, and that did help. They gave me some kind of coping techniques for that and some other things. Like, I'm very quick to blame myself if things go wrong, even if it's not my fault, even if it's someone else's fault. I will blame myself for it because I should have prepped for it, or I should have told that person how to prepare for it, or whatever. So I'm not very good with that kind of thing. But I think talking about things is the best way to deal with things. And I know it's hard to do that. Like, it's easy for me to sit here and say, oh, go speak to someone. And the hardest thing to actually do is to get up and go speak to someone. It is the hardest thing in the world to do. But sometimes it's what you need to do. So yeah. What makes a successful program manager, director from your previous career? Tenacity and attention to detail would be two of the things, and the third thing I would say is not being afraid to delegate. You have to be technically quick, so you have to be quick to understand how different decisions are going to impact what you're working on and how things kind of connect together. You don't need to know the detail. That's the other thing as well, is people who are in those high-end program manager kind of positions or high-end project manager positions, they seem to still think they need to know all of the detail. They don't. That's why you have the lower level engineers, the medium tier engineers and the high level engineers, and you have all of the other project team to deal with it. If you're in charge of running the project, you don't need to know every single detail in and out. You have to trust that the team have those details locked down. They know what they're doing. You don't need to know. For example, if you're doing, I don't know, a software deployment and it has to have X button ticked and Y button not ticked, you don't need to know that level of detail. You just need to know that they have the correct configuration file, they've tested it, and the testing passed. And you need to put trust in other people. And I think that's one of the things that's missing. The key between the good ones and the bad ones that I saw, the bad ones were too focused on the detail and missed the forest for the trees, right? You have to be aware that you're cultivating the whole forest, and you can't be necessarily concentrating on the roots of tree A when you've got trees B to Z left to look after, right? You have to kind of take that overall view and take that step back. And I think a lot of people miss that. So yeah. Death Ray says, when will all the wars end? I don't know, man, but I wish they'd end tomorrow. Pancakes. I hope you do seek out some help, man. I really do. Genuinely, I hope you feel okay soon. Mistrust is overhead. This is true. It is. The issue with throwing yourself into work to underline the feelings is that when your work ends or you get time to breathe, you realize how truly empty things can feel. It's something I've struggled with in the past, but now I'm trying to take pleasure in the small things around me that make me happy. It's easy to feel like you're in a desert when you can't see everything else around you. It's true. It's not wrong. It is true. And I'm very much a victim of my own tenacity sometimes by throwing myself into work to a level that I shouldn't do. Like, if I'm having a particularly bad week, I'll just be here at the workshop for 120 hours, and I shouldn't do that. I really shouldn't, but I do. Okay, right, we've talked a lot. It's time to crack on with the build. So we have done all of our soldering. We've got all of our switches soldered into the board. Everything is looking good. We have pretty much everything there. The next job is to fit the O-ring. So we're going to stretch the O-ring around between the plate and the PCB assembly, and it's going to go all the way around the case. So let's do that now. We're going to tuck it into the sides. We're going to stretch that down, stretch it across there. There we go. And we're just going to tuck that in Now, the reason why we're using clip-in stabs is because of this. So all we're going to do is where the clip-in stabs are, we're just going to make sure we compress it a little bit and just push the O-ring in between the plate and the PCB assembly, just a tiny bit, just in there. And that's just going to keep that nice and even across that front edge, if you can see there. Otherwise it'd just stick out a little bit. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring the case over and we're going to connect the JST cable. Just like so. And then we're going to flip this over and we're going to lay it down. And as we lay it down, we're just going to tuck underneath and make sure that the cable is sitting in its grooved slot. And then we're going to drop the plate and PCB assembly in. And there we go. That's now the keyboard built. It's looking good. I did already change the daughter board. Yes, the daughter board's already been changed, and I've changed it for the pink one. The reason for that is just so we keep the correct pin out. Sometimes if you have the connectors, the cables need to connect like this, right? Like across my fingers is the connections. That's how the cables need to connect. Sometimes the cables or the daughter boards might have them the other way around, so you're connecting the cables in the wrong order. So just to keep consistency between the pin out and the pin in from one board to the other, we just made sure that the correct USB daughter board was being used. So there is no specification on which pin order you have. So yeah, just to make sure we're not going to short anything out. That's why we changed the daughter board as well. But there we go. This is the Isla all built. I think the MX Browns look really good with the red case. The pink PCB always looks good as well. Got some dust on this front edge. And that means it's now time for you guys to pick what keycaps we put on this board. So I forgot to show you the side profile as well. Look at this kind of koala style curve here. How nice is that? And then kind of like the flush bottom. So it doesn't need to be anarchy. So the reason why the issue is there sometimes the cables cross over in the middle. So if you have, I don't know, black, red, green, yellow, and then you get to the other side, the black might be here and the yellow might be up there, and they've switched over, the cable's twisted in the middle. So for this one, I'd already checked the cable, so I already knew it wasn't an issue. But I also like the cable for this one because it sits nicely in the groove because it's got the sheathing on, so the cable was fine. If the cable hadn't been fine, I would change the whole lot, but just to make sure. So yeah. Okay, time to pick a keycap set to go on the board. Let me get up another poll, and then I'll show you the keycaps, and then you can pick. End poll, new poll. Which keycaps? So we have GMK Red Alert, we have GMK Metropolis, we have GMK Plum, and we have GMK Soul Dark. Okay, you guys pick which one of those keycap sets you would like to see on the board. That poll is now up and running, and I'll show you the keycap sets. So this is GMK Red Alert. Let me flip over the camera again. This is GMK Red Alert. It does have the red number in there as well, so we can use that. We have GMK Plum. Always looks good on a red board. I have GMK Metropolis. Again, looks good on any board apart from black. And we have GMK Solarized Dark. There we go. Those are your choices, guys. Pick which you'd like to see. Do I own GMK Burgundy? I do, yes, but it's not going on this board. It's already on something else. Do people do the Greg meme in this chat? Not really, but you're free to do it if you want. Plum time, let's go. Yeah, I think Plum personally would be my choice, but we'll see what people vote for. See what people like to see on the board. Red number doesn't have UK ISO keys. It doesn't, you're right. GMK Patisserie. Patisserie's on a different board. Mictlan would look awesome on this board. I haven't bought Mictlan myself yet. I need to do. We can't rig the votes. Oh no, what a shame. Nice beige on a red board is always good. You're not wrong, Newfie. You're not wrong. Can I vote twice for Red Alert? No. You can vote once. Really digging those big weight hex bolts. They're actually if I show you, they're actually Torx There you go. Talks. There's no plan for an Isla group buy, right? Correct. The designer of the Isla, Tom, decided he didn't want to pursue the project after he'd done a few rounds of prototyping. So this was the last round of prototyping, round 4. I actually have 2 of these. I have a red one and a blue one. After that, there are no more. These are the last 2. Only Robertson beats Talks. Talks is my favorite, yeah, by far. So nice. Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, once we've done the build and we've got the keycaps on and we've done a little bit of a typing test, we'll move on to doing some giveaways. We're going to play marbles and we'll do a Grand Prix where whoever has the most points across 3 races, you get to pick any in-stock GMK set we have as your prize. And we'll do that twice, that whole process twice. So we'll play 6 rounds and we'll have 2 winners. So if you're interested in winning some GMK kits, please do that. As well as that, just to remind you, whilst we're streaming, you can also get keycap 3 for 2 on our website. So if you want to buy 3 keycap sets, you'll get one of them for free, whichever is the cheapest. That means you can either pick up a GMK set and 2 child kits and get the cheapest child kit free, or you can get 3 GMK base kits or 3 just key sets in general using the keycap stream 342 as the code. So if you type in !discounts, that'll pop up, and do that now for you. There you go. Yeah, just for October until the end of the stream, you can get stream caps 3 for 2. We'll give you 3 for 2 on any in-stock keycap sets. So there you go. If you can't have Talks, PZD is almost as good as. Yeah, it's not too bad, isn't PZD? I mean, there's so many good standards out there, right? Do you know what standard really annoys me these days? Actually, in the UK, on light switches and plug sockets, when you're putting new ones on the wall, they just have the 2 flathead screws to hold them on, and it really bugs me that they're flathead screws. Like, it would be so much easier to do if they were Phillips or Torx or something else, but they're always flathead. I don't know why. I don't know if there's a technical reason why, but it is just one of those things. How do you play marbles? I'll talk you through it in a bit, Mango. When we get to the marbles section, I'll talk you through it. Okay, you've got about a minute left. Plum is winning. If you'd like to see something else on this board other than GMK Plum, now is the time to get your vote in, guys. Make sure you get the vote in and tell me what you'd like to see on the board. Flathead sucks. Yeah. Drives me up the wall. It drives me up the wall as well. I've been changing quite a lot of plug sockets recently for projects at home, and I don't know why they're just flathead. I don't know why. Flatheads so kids can use a knife to open them. That's that. They just need to be Phillips. I don't know why. Just make them Phillips. Everyone's got a Phillips screwdriver these days. It doesn't have to be a flathead. I don't know why they're always flatheads. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. I don't know who creates the standard for these kind of things, but we need to get it adjusted. Believe in yourself, Metropolis. Yeah, Metropolis isn't going to win now, I don't think. Looks like Plum's going to win. I'm just going to get Plum ready. Okay, and Plum has won. So let's zoom in a little, and then you guys can watch us put Plum on this board. There we go. This nice wine red color with Plum. Okay, 7U spacebar. Let's go. As it's a 60%, I will be using control on caps because that's just how I roll. Let's go for the red enter and the red escape because why not? I'm also going to go for the red code key just there, just because I want to. And I don't care what you guys say. That's how we're doing it today. That's how we're rolling. Oh, I will need that actually because I'm using... Oh, in fact, actually, I'm not sure what we're going to put on split backspace yet. Well, let's hold them to one side just in case we need them. had to think that. It's like the first time I've built a keyboard in like nearly 3 weeks. Do you know what? I think we might just go for those two up there. I don't know why, but I feel like we might just do that. I can't remember what keys we have for here. I think it might be code for both of them, so we'll just keep those to one side in case. There we go. Flathead can get in the bin. Yeah, I agree. See if we can find the rest of these modify keys that we need. That feeling when I don't see the modify keys that I need. And I start to get a little bit worried. Have we already put the modify keys for this? Oh, there it is. Nope, that's tab. I've already missed the control here. I've already put it back in the case. I don't see it. There it is. Okay, let's see if we can find the rest of the keys now. There we go. I have a really expensive PC case and it uses really high quality screws, but they're not magnetic at all. It drives me nuts. Yeah, I can appreciate that. General Grievous rules are fine addition to my collection. Tap stops, only valid use of a flathead. Okay, I don't disagree with that in principle. But there's no reason why there couldn't be something else. GHJ. Do you know what? I am just going to go with those up there just because that's what I want to put up there. Oh, there is a Windows key actually. We'll replace this code for a Windows key. Oh man, I know I shouldn't be using this because it's a switch puller, but bless me. There's the other Windows key. Okay, we can basically put any of the purple keys now in the tub. Any of these red keys as well, they can all go in the tub. Then we should just have what we need left. Oh, we've missed the letter O. So now I'm going to have to go back and find the letter O. How have we missed that? How on earth have we missed that? Right. Any red or purple key can just go immediately back into the tub. I wonder if I just saw it and thought it was a 0 key or something. Okay. Right, let's see if we can find the O key now. There it is. Boom. There we go. What do you think, guys? How do you think that looks? It went in the tub. Jay, if I already show me, do you have a GMK minimal on the shelf behind you? I don't think. I think I have a tub of it, but I don't know if I can see it. Let me see if I can see it. If I can see it, you can redeem the code. I can't see it, but it's just black on white. Like, it's pretty simple. It's black on white. Yeah, I don't have a minimal to hand, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would absolutely have shown you. But it's just black and white. But there we go, guys. What do you think? How does that look? Do you not think that looks really cool? That red works really, really well. You just picked it up. It's in the tub. It's in the tub again. We got it. It was the first one you touched when you put them out. Oh, well. We got it in the end. We got it in the end. Have you ever run meetups? Yeah, I've run a few meetups in the UK in the past, yeah. We've done meetups at PT, and I also ran some meetups in Leeds in the past as well. Side profile is nice. It's a beautifully pretty board, right? It's really nice. And this is going to be my new travel board. Should we see how she sounds? Let's pause the music and see if we can see how she sounds, and then we'll do some GMK giveaways after that. Yes, this sounds really good. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. It looks great. It sounds great. What is not to love about this build? This is going to be a fine little travel board for me. It sounds so good. Cherry switches. How's the tactility on the MX2 Browns, Jay? It's gentle but noticeable. I am a pointer finger. I am a 4-finger spacebar. Yeah. So the reason for that, and people ask me all the time, is when I learned to type, I learned on a ThinkPad, and I had the mouse here and the keys to click the mouse with this thumb. So I typed with my fingers and had my mouse on the thumb and to click. So that's the reason why I type like that, and I can't train myself out of it. I've tried. Yeah, this looks so good. I'm so happy with this board. It looks just so neat and tidy and clean. The bezels look great. It sounds really clean. No foams in the build at all. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with it. Yeah, the same as me. Yeah, ThinkPads, and I just had my thumb there for the trackpad, my thumb there for the clicky buttons, and I just learned to type like this. And I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong, but like, it ain't gonna change now. I'm nearly 40. It's not gonna change now. It's not gonna change now. So yeah, so there we go. That's the build. I was a ThinkPad kid too. Yeah. I know people dislike the look of it. They don't like the look of how I type. Like, it's an offensive thing, but it is what it is. But this board looks so good, and Plum was the right choice, guys. Plum looks really well on it. Plum's such an old set as well. Like, I've had Plum for a long time. Other than the alpha pipe. Wait, what? That's correct ISO. That's how it should be. That's how UK ISO should be. think you should convince Tom to do a group buy for the PC version of the Isla. I mean, I could ask him. He'd probably say no. It should be purple, but it shouldn't. It's an alpha key, so it shouldn't be purple at all. It's not. It wouldn't be modify color in any GM case. It would always be. It would always be this. Wing keyless away from perfection. This board was never designed in a wing keyless version because it's tray mount, so you can't have the wing keyless blockers and pop the tray in. It just doesn't always work. It's very difficult to do and get it so it works, so it slots in correctly. But yeah, I mean, I could ask Tom if he'd be interested in doing it, but I don't know, man. Like it's a very simple tray mount case. It'd be dead easy to do a group buy for it, but it's up to Tom, you know. It's entirely up to him. We'll see. You still type much better than I do with my finger stabbing. Yeah, I don't type like that. Luckily, I type reasonably well, but I'm not a great typist. But it works for me. What I do works for me. So yeah, but yeah, the alpha key here would never be modify color on any keycap set for UK ISO. I don't know if I have another example to hand. Yeah, okay. Here's another example. This is a Jane, and there is the UK ISO key. There we go. Hunt and peck, something like that. Right, okay. So that's the board build. I guess now it's time to play some marbles for some giveaways. And my little travel board can sit just up here. I don't have to hunt anymore, so it's just peck. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, green Jane. Green Jane. Right, okay. Let's load up marbles and and we'll play. Jane looks so good. Just got mine in the other day. Love it. Yeah, Jane's are pretty cool. Right. Okay. So we're going to do a race. We're going to do a Grand Prix, and this is for the prize here, guys. Is which reminds me, actually, who came up with that really good question earlier on? Was it Mr. Gimp about the question? Reach out to me about or was it Bob Hotshot? I can't remember. Whichever of you I said had the best question, just drop me an email or a Discord DM, and we'll sort out your free desk map. We're going to play for some GMK keycaps now. We're going to do a Grand Prix, and we're going to do 3 races. We're going to do 3 random maps. Well, oh, I've set it on 2, that's why. There we go. There we go. 3 random maps. We're going to do Lucky Few, Portal Alley, and Temple of Steve. It doesn't matter who wins each race. Like, you're well done if you win the races, but it's only going to be the person who wins the Grand Prix, whoever gets the most points across the 3 races. And we're going to do this twice. There's going to be 2 prize winners over 6 races. If you want to play the game, once we go into Bob Hotshot with the billboard question. Yeah, the billboard question. Bob Hotshot, DM me or email me, and we'll sort it out. So if you want to be in it to win the GMK set of your choice from our in-stock, all you need to do is type in !play, just like I have done in chat now, and that will put you into the game. And you'll start to see you guys get added into it here. That's it. Here you go, guys. !play will put you into the game. I'll give you guys another minute or so. Don't forget, even if you don't win, you can get a free GMK set today by buying 2 other sets in stock today, and you'll get a 3rd key set for free with the code, well, for October, and the code is StreamCaps3 for 2, capital S, capital C, StreamCaps3 for 2, and you get 3 for 2 on any in-stock keycap sets right now. So, that finishes when we close the stream, though, so bear that in mind. Okay, the ones with the blue names are mods. Okay, I'm going to hit start now. You've got 20 seconds, guys, to get into... Not mods, subscribers. That's all the differences. Subscribers don't have any more or any less luck, so... We've got 10 seconds to go, guys. Here we go. First race. And 5 tier 1 gift subs as well. Was that 5? Yeah. Oh, sorry. 1 tier 1 gift sub to Cast Online. Thank you so much for that. True Blades is in the lead, I think. Stereo GR is on the way through. Charted Music is there as well. Let's see who makes it down to the bottom first and into the tube. True Blades, Turkey Thrower, Beppy, and Beast of Bagland are all in with a chance here. Alex OP, though, he takes the lead, and he's got quite a considerable lead. Kevy Babes is coming up, so is Beast of Bagland. Kevy Babes is not too far ahead, but he's catching up to Alex OP here. Alex got stuck on a couple of the pins there. We've got a few people coming through now. G-Tor Per Simplification is on his way through. Endpoint 1 is there as well. Laserman's at the back. Lazy Keiko, Moons of Empire is right at the very back, only just coming down the slide at the moment. As we go down through to the first true obstacle here, Kevy Babes has got stuck. Stereo G is there. Per Simplification is on his way through. Where did the other guy go? He's disappeared. He must be stuck in there. Alex OP somewhere. Stereo is on his way through. Kevy Babes has got through as well now. I'm in the middle somewhere, just coming through here with Melanie the Savage right behind me, and Creo not too far behind that. We're coming through. I can see Dynamics and Anarchy is in here as well, on their way through the maze. I'm in the maze there now as well. I'm here somewhere in the middle. Let's catch up, because Kevy Babes has just come up the lift here, and he's on his way down on the final run now. Stereo G is there too. He's got the lead just over Kevy Babes by a little bit, but not by much, and he's lost the lead. Looks like Kevy Babes and Beast of Bagland have taken this. Oh, Per Simplification has come steaming through. Super quick, bouncing down onto the conveyor belt coming up. Ball Boy's just there as well. Zilch is on his way down and died. Newfie's coming through too. Duad is coming through there as well. An Elite Player is going up in the lift. Moons of Empire has caught up and he's overtaken quite a lot of people. He's on his way through the field now. Lazy Keiko right at the very back with Jenga there and Bert741. Saberclass not too far away. The Unborn and Jess T dying though, I can see. Beast of Bagland and Endpoint 1 is fired right up in the air, has a chance to win it here. Is he going to win it? He does. Endpoint 1 fired right up in the air, gets the luck of the draw and takes the win there. Robot Mikey is dying. Duad and Beeperphone are coming all the way through. Rob 27's there as well. Probably going to round out the top 5. Ball Boy as well. Just there. Oh, who's going to get 5th? Rob does take 5th. Ball Boy takes 6th. We have G-Tor, Beppy, Pancakes, and Hammer Brother rounding out the top 10. Hugaz is flying through the air. Kaz Online is flying through the air. And we've got Moons of Empire, Gideon. Moons of Empire had a really good run in the middle section and has slowed right down again. Void Media is up there too. Everyone else is working their way through. Some people getting fired up in the air. Endpoint 1 with the huge jump and the incredible luck to land in the pot at the end. Well done. So much more fun, more interesting than Alex Soto's giveaway system, but it's all fun nevertheless. Everyone does different things. This is fun. Fully expecting to die. Is this a chance thing? It's completely random. Yeah, it's completely random. That is race 1 done. Let's see if these people can get through to the end here. I think Mr. Gimp, Moons of Empire, might just lose out because the flames are coming down the track and burning it up here. Void Media is probably not going to get through. It's all still to play for Void Media. You could win the next race and put yourself right back into contention. Who knows? Who knows? Well done to our top 10. No points, no prizes yet. You guys need to see who wins over the 3 races. We are going to go on to the next map now. We're going to go on to Portal Alley. So, if you want to be in on Portal Alley, you have to do !play, and that will put you into the game. There you go. You can see I'm in there, a few others. If you die, no, you don't get rebooted. You are out of the game. Out of that. That was loud. You're out of that particular race. You're out of that particular race. Okay, race 2 of 3. If you've missed out on the first race, it's all still to play for. You can still get enough points to win the prize here. So make sure you're in at least 2 of the 3 races, and you'll be in with a good chance. Okay, let's hit start, and you've got 20 seconds now to join in, guys. Is your UFO dropping a marble? Yeah. Some of them are really, really loud. Okay, and here we go. Let's see who's going to make it right the way down to the bottom of this tower first. Fluffy Keebs is on a flyer. Sage is coming right up behind him. Jenga's there too. Jellymaster's on his way through. No one's stuck at the back this time. Everyone's on the way quite quickly. It's hitting the speed bump and off they go. Off they go, flying up across. There we go. Everyone is on their way through. All the portals. People are dying left, right, and centre. I can't even cover who's dying. Saberclass has taken the lead here. Anaki's on his... Oh, Anaki's died. He was in the top 10 there. He was doing quite well. People have stopped on the track here because there's some obstacles, but most people are dying here. I can't even keep up with this. I'm up in the... I'm about to die. I don't even know if anyone's actually going to win this. Kaz online, flying all the way to the end, but dying. I'm just going to wait at the end because I can't even commentate on this one because so many people have died already. I don't even know if anyone's actually going to make it all the way through this. We may get no points on this race. I just see everyone falling off the map. Like, I think there's less than 10 people left in the game. Jellymaster has got the lead, apparently. Jellymaster... Oh, no. Arthur Lee has got the lead. Everyone just keeps dying. Per Simplification is on his way down. He might take the win here. There's less than 10 people left. Oh, Per Simplification's got stuck. Hugaz is on his way through. He might just steal the lead here. No, 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 no. Oh, Per Simplification is through. Hugaz takes second. I might take third. Jellymaster takes fourth. Jess T and Arthur Lee round out the 6 people who completed that track. Wow. I couldn't even commentate on that one because it was just really bad. Everyone was dead. Everyone was dead. They're all dead, Dave. Dave, they're all dead. Okay, wow. DNFs all round. Let's do the final race for this particular win and see who wins the prize at the end of this one. So don't forget, it doesn't matter who wins this race. It's who wins overall. Okay, everyone's getting in there. You're good at commentating? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Conan, man, come on. I need to start putting this on. I need to start putting this on mute, don't I? Well, thank you for the... I enjoy commentating on this. It's good fun. I'm just going to take a quick drink because I'm getting a bit of dry mouth from talking so much. Okay. Right, third race. Let's see who can win this race and then who wins the Grand Prix overall. 20 seconds, here we go. Do we play marbles because you like F1? I just like marbles. I think it's fun. Okay. Less than 10 seconds to go, guys. Get yourselves in there. Exclamation mark play will put you into the race. This is the third and final race for this particular giveaway. Let's see who's going to make it through the trombone section first. Everyone's in the race here. I can't even pick out any names. Rorschach looks like he's in the lead, but that's meaningless right now because it all depends on who goes through the bottom of this first. I'm right at the back though, I can tell that. Jess T93 is up there in the lead. Might be the first to drop through. Greyhands is there as well. Bob Hotshot is there too. Storesness and James Moose, Luna of the Stars. I see quite a few names in there. Let's pop down to the bottom and see who comes out first. It is Jess T93. Bob Ross Tosses is coming behind him. The Unborn's there as well. Solid Logic's coming through with Beppy too. Let's see how they pan out. Right at the very back we've got Greyhands, Conan and Wan. Jess T93 has got a bit of a lead up here. Jess is doing really well there. Bob's coming through as well. I can see Endpoint 1, who had a good result earlier on, is storming through here as well. They're up there for getting the prize here. Let's see how that pans out, but we'll see. So Regiman is coming through too. Charred Music is there as well. Lots of people getting stuck at this point here. I'm there as well. This spinning thing has caught a few people. Melanid Savage, Robert Mikey, Conan, Wezzy, all stuck at the back there. Gideon's there too, just taking their time to get through it. So Regiman's on his way through. I think he's just taken the lead over from Jess T. Let's see how this pans out as they come through the salt flats here, I'm going to call them. Bob Rostones is coming through now as well. I think he might have taken the lead, actually. Bob Rostones, Solid Logic, Blasphemous Moose, Beppy, El Kino Flop, and Ojam probably in the lead. Oof. Big hits there, but the Unborn and Bob Rostones make it through nice and easily. Blasphemous is there as well. Beppy's coming through on strong as well. Just a couple of obstacles left as we come down to this kind of last loop section here. Let's see who goes fastest through here and into the pit. Remember, if the pit moves, you could lose out right at the last second. You could be in the lead and then lose out. Let's see how this pans through as we come down here. Lots of people coming through. Bob Ross is going to lose, I think. Beppy might take the win, or Ojam. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, no one's fallen through yet. Blasphemous moves Elkino Flop on the Unborn. Lots of people dying on the other side. Bob Ross does lose out. 63mm there. Beppy's there too. Moons of Empire Stores die. Zilch dies. Loads of people dying. Jelly Master, bye-bye. Anarchy, bye-bye. Rob Shed, bye-bye. Wantagon, bye-bye. Gargle Peanut Butter, goodbye. I'm dead too. Lots of people make it in, but the top 10 is Blasphemous, Elkino Flop, the Unborn, 63mm, Beppy 39, Fluffy Keebs, Stats B, LVC, Duad, and Rower Shark. So congratulations, guys. Well done on winning this race. We'll see how that puts you guys in contention for winning overall. Berlin the Savage bringing up the rear here. We'll see in a second how this happens and how this pans out. But don't forget, even if you don't win this round, there is another 3 rounds where you might win. Oh, Melanie dies, and HIH is just there right at the very end. May or may not get lucky here. No, and gets unlucky because they're going to fall through any second now. Oh, just missed. Just missed. I thought they would save themselves, but they didn't. Okay, so we've finished the Grand Prix. Let's see who wins the GMK set. In third place, with no prize whatsoever, we have the wonderful Duodod. So congratulations, Duodod, you get no prize. In second place, we have Per Simplification. Congratulations and well done for no prize as well. And the winner of the GMK set, remember, you're going to have to drop me an email confirming your Twitch username and details, and we'll get the prize out to you. You can pick any in-stock GMK set. We'll ship it worldwide for you for free. All you'll need to pay is any import duties if there are import duties where you're based. The winner is Blasphemous. So congratulations, Blasphemous. You are our winner of this particular Grand Prix. Congratulations. You had 154 points, but I think you got your win first before Per Simplification did, which is why you get the first place. Elkino Flop, Endpoint 1, Hugaz coming out to round at the top 6. I'm there in 7th, bizarrely enough. If I do win this, of course, it'll go to whoever's in 2nd, but congratulations. Same points, yeah, but I think it's because Blasphemous got first place first in the first race, I think. I think that's how it works. Anyway, I don't know. I'm only going by the system. I can't adjust it in any way, shape, or form. It is what it is. Let's see who the first person to have no points was. The first person with no points whatsoever is Anarchy. Oh, Anarchy. I'm so sorry, man. I don't think you've ever had any luck on there. There's Perlin as well. Chart Music, Lazy Keiko. Let's see who came in last overall across all 3 races. OGEM 2. Well done, man. Well done. Who was 69th? 69th place went to Liam Derian. So congratulations, Liam. You did take the 69. Got Michael Masseyed. Right, okay. Let's do the second one. So Blasphemous, please drop me a DM or email, and I will show you how to claim your prize. We're going to do our second Grand Prix now. Again, it's going to be the same format, but we're going to do different maps. Trick or Treat, Cosmic Chaos, and Slippery Slopes. Okay, exclamation mark play, guys, does get you in the race. This is for the second GMK set we're going to give away today. And again, whoever wins over across the 3 races will be able to pick any in-stock GMK set as their prize. I'm going to hit start now. You've got 20 seconds left to join, guys. Get yourselves in the game if you want to be in it. And you could be taking home a brand new GMK set. 10 seconds to go. Yeah, you can still secure a free set by buying 2. Here we go. I was not ready for that. I'm in the lead. I'm massively in the lead. Yes, here we go. Alvices and Void Media are down. AR Portugal has just beaten me through the first corner. I don't know how I managed to be so slow there. Clearly not taking the racing line. Hey Asbo, an elite player, The Unborn, Anarchy, Perlin Merlin, Ojam, Kaz, and Mango Rocky are there at the back. Nufi is taking the lead and has quite a big... Oh, they did. They got stuck here. AR Portugal has now taken the lead. Everyone's getting stuck on this obstacle here. It's holding everyone back and giving AR Portugal a huge lead. Katumbus is there though. Chart Music is coming through. Abstract Terror, Hammer Brother, Luna of the Stars. Rack 17 is on his way through, and Nufi as well. To say I had the lead earlier on, I'm way back. But AR Portugal is taking a huge lead here. Not far to go now until we get to the loop. Here he comes through the combine section. getting a little bit stuck, but not too much. Going through the loop now. Is he going to make it all the way around? Sometimes people don't. He does make it all the way around. Let's see who's going to get there second. It's going to be Chartered Music, I think. Lots of people dying. Goodbye, guys. Chartered Music, Tumbus, Jenga, all making it through there. Anarchy's in the back there. I can see him in his pink. Jellymaster's there too. Beast of Bagland. Perlin rounding out the rear. Perlin, you need to speed up. AR Portugal has got a huge lead, though. It's going to set him in good stead to win the overall prize across the 3 races if he can get 2 more solid results. Blind Disobedience is flying up through the air. He's probably going to die there. Yep, off he goes. Chartered Music is coming through, but still quite a way behind. AR Portugal could get stuck here, but no, goes straight through all the pumpkins. Now into the light show. Slow down a little bit, but still all the way through. They've not got far to go now. Oh, they could hit the backwards arrows. Nope, straight past that as well. Another backwards arrow. Nope, and they do take a huge win. AR Portugal with a huge win there. No prizes yet because it all depends on how you do across the 3 races. But Hammer Brothers going to take... Oh, hit the backwards arrow. No one's getting through at this point. Could be Trojan. No. Mr. Gimp is going to take second. 07 Shiny, Trojan, Hammer Brothers, Solid Logic. No one else has made it through yet. Anyone else could be right. Jesse is going to round out the number 7 spot. And then we've got Cabbage for Keeps and Chartered Music rounding out the top 10. Nice. Perlin's kind of still at the back. Yeah, Perlin's still way at the back. Oh, Perlin. Oh, no. Zihengu is at the back. Perlin's getting really stuck here, though. Perlin died. Oh, dear. I don't know, Perlin. You need to do better in the next couple of rounds. I'm not sure what your game is here, but yeah, it's not marbles. Let's put it that way. There we go. Let's jump on to the next race quite quickly. We're going to play Cosmic Chaos next. Again, exclamation mark play is going to get you into the game. There you go. You can see I'm in there. This one's kind of like a big tambourine that we're all going to rush down to the center on and then go through some windy bits. We have played this map before. Get yourselves into the race, guys. It's all still to play for. I'm going to hit start now. You've got 20 seconds to get in there. Be as quick as you can, guys. Exclamation mark play will put it in. Less than 10 seconds to go. Here we go. Let's see who can be first to drop through the center of this tambourine. Boom. Off we go. Who's going to get the first spot here? Everyone's spiraling round. Impossible to say who's in the lead. Oh, I can't tell. Let's go underneath and see who makes it out first. Everyone's spiraling through. Who's it going to be? Who's going to drop through the pipe first here? It's Cabbage Cap. Cabbage Cap has got the lead. Lolps and Melanie the Savage are on the way through. Gargle Peanut Butter's not too far behind with Empire 6 there as well. Anarchy's not too far outside the top 10 here. He might have a good chance this time round. I'm in the middle there. Pancakes is right at the very back with Turkey Thrower. Around the loops they go. Impossible to say who's in the lead, but I think it's still Cabbage Cap and Melanie the Savage. Lolps may be just taking the lead here on the second side, actually, because there's 2 rounds of the way through this, and they're all going to get mixed up together. I see Anarchy flying through there. Impossible to say who's in the lead until we get to this point here. Cabbage Cap's still in the lead. Lolps is not too far behind. Melanie the Savage there as well. 63mm is on his way. A little bit of a blockage there, stopping some people getting through. Everyone's flying through nicely, apart from Nevetso, who has now died. Turkey Thrower Pancakes is right at the very back. It's a huge rundown through all of this dismantled spaceship. We have done this race a couple of times before, and it's a cool map. Melanie the Savage has taken the lead, I think, now. Getting stuck, though, on some of the obstacles, some of the pins here. Let's see if she can keep the lead there. 63mm is coming through. Captain Mal's not too far behind. Great username, Captain Mal. I do like that one. Mango Rocky there as well. Duad, Munster, Moons of Empire, sorry. Chartered Music there. Dynamics and Beppy and Akrite right at the very back with Laserman. Trojam's not too far behind, though. Melanie the Savage is still playing up here, though. With Alvisi there, too. Duard and M56 coming through. Alex OP. Alex OP has been pretty up there for quite a few times now. Let's see if he's going to do anything good today. Lolps has died. That takes away one of the top 10. Cabbage Cap's coming through. Sky was taken, sadly. He's coming through as well. Mr. Gimp's there right in the very middle with Jellymaster, our new moderator. Congratulations, Jelly, on the mod status. Mikagi is coming through as well with his lovely little sushi roll. Laserman, Beppy and Dynamics stuck at the back. And right at the very end, let's see who's going to win. It is Melanie the Savage takes the win with Moons of Empire right in second place at a photo finish. Adams, Captain Mal, Cherin Ball, Mango Rocky, Alexa Vag, Nufi, 07 Shiny, and Alex OP round out our top 10 for race number 2. $63mm was my Tinder name. I was not successful. I understand that, man. I understand that. Damn, I am bad at this. Hey, there is no bad at this. It's all in good fun and good faith. Dynamics, come on, here we go. Can he finish the race? Boom, there we go. Okay, so Melanie the Savage, you were the winner of that race. Let's see how that puts us into contention when we get to the end of the 3 races, because we're now going to play Slippery Slopes. Exclamation mark play will get into the 3rd and final round. This is to win the GMK set. Let's see who gets the most points. Okay, hitting start now, guys. You've got 20 seconds left to go to join. What is our usual AMA? It's because on every stream we do an Ask Me Anything. So on every single stream we do that, so it's usually there. So yeah, that's our usual AMA. Here we go. Let's see who can make it down through the board. Lots of obstacles here. Melanie the Savage up there again, though, look. Alkino Flop looks like they're in the lead. Oh, no, True Blaze takes the lead. Alkino Flop's just behind. Moons of Empire's up again. He finished second last time. So Rajiman's there as well. Gideon's there too. I can see myself in the middle. Conin's there as well. Hammer Brothers there with Beast of Bagland right at the very back. Pretty tight field, though. All still to play for as we go through down Slippery Slopes. Let's see if anyone can pull off some decent tricks as we get into the halfpipe here. True Blaze is still in the lead. Alkino Flops and Vetso are coming through, though. So Rajiman's on the far side. Fried Cova is there too. Captain Mel's up the top 10. Lots of people crossing against each other here. Everyone's going pretty quick. Let's see how it goes down through the rest of the track here. Loads of people flying off the edge. Are they going to survive or die? They're going to die. Rafs has taken the lead with Chartered Music not far behind. Another obstacle, of course, to get through here, though. Laserman doing really, really well considering he was at the back in the last race. He's overtaking a few people here. I'm Hung is coming through too with Mr. Gimp. Liam Derion is there into the slalom as well. I'm not too far outside the top 10, maybe top 15 or 20. Jellymaster's there in the middle. Anarchy's there in the middle. Lolps is there at the back. Luna of the Stars is right at the very back with Nitmo, though, as well. Hopefully they can catch up before we get too much further into the race. We're going to come down through the Tridents in a second. Let's see who's the first person to make it there. I think it's going to be Rafs and Chartered Music who are going to get there first, with Laserman just behind. Let's see who makes it through here first. This is going to be quite tricky to get through. Oops. If I don't zoom too far away, this is going to make it quite quicky to get through here. Rafs is on his way through. Chartered Music's just behind. Mr. Gimp's there as well. Hey Fam is there too. Liam Darion's on his way through, but he's got stuck. He stopped. QC Pie's coming through as well. Chartered Music has overtaken. Sarajiman is catching up, though. Sarajiman's just in second place here. All still to play for as they come up with the flips. Oh no, we're going back through the slaloms here, look guys. Through the forks on the slalom here. It's backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Sarajiman and Rafs are still there. Let's see who makes it through to the end of the Trident here first. Still a lot to play for. Chartered Music, Solid Logic dies. Pancakes, loads of people dying. Can't keep up with all the deaths there. Lots of people falling off the track. It looks like Sarajiman has taken the lead, though. Chartered Music's only just behind. It could all change as we come through the end of this this Trident here into the next obstacle course. Sarajiman's just got the lead. Rafs is there. Chartered Music's there. Chartered Music's taking an outside line. Is that going to pay off for him? Looks like he just pays off for him, but he's not got enough pace to keep away from Sarajiman, maybe, as they go up the escalator and down towards the final series of steps here. It looks like they're just neck and neck, trading the lead here as they come into the final slopes. Sarajiman is just behind Chartered Music. Let's see who makes it to the win first. It's a big jump. Plenty still to die for here. Chartered Music takes first. Sarajiman takes second. Everyone else is still miles behind. Rafs looks like he's going to take third. Who else is up here? Mr. Gimp, Wantagon, Stereo, Rome Shack, Jellymaster, Kaz Online. That's going to round out our top 10. We've got Chartered Music, Sarajiman, Mr. Gimp, Wantagon, Stereo G, Aroa Shark, Hey for him, 63mm, Cherry Ball, and Jellymaster rounding out the top 10. Congratulations, guys. Lots of people dying. There's Melanie the Savage again, not too far outside the top 10, so maybe that's going to put her in some good points. I always get confused at your name in the race. Oh, 63mm and 6306. Yeah, I try and say them differently. Comeback King. They call me Magnuson. I'm poop at this. Chat Music did win that race, but for no prize. That takes us through all 3 races. Let's see what that does for the actual Grand Prix results, and we can see who wins the second prize of a GMK set from our in-stock range. In third place for absolutely no prize at all is Sirajiman. Congratulations, you do take third place for no prize whatsoever. In second place, we have Mr. Gimp, very, very close, but no cigar, unfortunately. And then in first place, taking home a free GMK set, we have Chartered Music. Congratulations, dude. If you want to drop me a DM or an email, I will get your prize sorted out for you tomorrow. But there we go. That is our second race over and done with. Our second Grand Prix over and done with. Congratulations, guys. Let's see how that looked for points. Quite a big point gap, 16 points there. Mr. Sarajiman was quite a way behind as well. Melody Savage, just in fourth place. AR Portugal, who won the first race, 111, takes fifth. Let's see who the last person to have any points was. The last person with points was Pancakes with 10. And then let's see who got 69th. 69th place did go to Ballboy 12. The Ballboy was in 69th, nice. And then just looking through who got last place overall. The last place was the Cutie Pie. Oh, well done, guys. That was really good fun. I enjoyed that. Congratulations to our 2 winners. Please both reach out to me and I'll arrange your prizes. GG on the 69th. Nice. 82nd, I improved. No worries. Okay, guys, that is it for the stream today. I have very little else to share with you. Don't forget that we're going to be doing the QK100 and Zoom 75 shipments next week. There's a lot still to drop in stock in the next coming days as well, so keep an eye out for that. You've got about 5 minutes left to get 3 for 2 on in-stock key sets. If you want to take advantage of that, go and buy them now, because that's going to be turned off once the stream's closed and I've had a chance to shut my PC down. So take a look at that and get 3 for 2 on keycaps if you want. Don't forget, our final ever run of Typist's Brew goes tomorrow. The dark version is going to be available alongside the standard version and the light version as well. This is the last time we're going to run this coffee. It's going to be open for 5 days and it's going to all ship out a week on Monday. So please do make sure that you pick this up if you want to. Last ever chance to pick it up. With that, guys, I have very little else to say. I'm going to go home and take some time to get some sleep because I'm really tired before we get to work in the morning. So take care. Have a great night, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Bye-bye.